How's it going, everyone? We're here to check out the skins for this week, and we are starting out with this Mad Hat. And no, that's literally what's called, the Mad Hat. And yeah, it's brought to us by Shadmon, the guy who brought us the fish set, so you might see some similarities in the craziness. Instead of a hook, we've got a giant tongue sticking out. We still got some big old crazy eyes, and now we've got some crazy teeth here. It is definitely a Mad Hat. Look at that drool. Anyways, this thing totally fits the craziness of a lot of people in Rust, and I can see a bunch of people running around wearing this, so definitely one that fits the quirkier side. Next up, we've got a bandana for you. It actually comes in two different versions. This is the Cryogen, and then there's also the Crucible Bandana. And the only difference being the colors, really, and this one is going to be obviously the blue one, and the other one is red. So yeah, you can see both in the link in the description that shows you the workshop, so don't forget about that. That's always there. Go check out people and vote for them. The voting doesn't really affect Helk's picking because it can be botted easily and stuff like that, but it definitely does help encourage the skinners to feel better about their works and feel that, you know, people like what they're doing. So, you know, go out there and do that for the skinners, guys. Anyways, we've got kind of the half skull thing going on here. So you've got like the bottom half to match up with the nose and everything, which is quite clever. And it's even got some like ice drips going on in the front there. Next up, we've got some very creative headwear. This is a balaclava that looks like a torn off hazmat suit head. So, you know, it's missing the whole face shield, and then there's some extra duct tape on it. And then it looks like it was literally just kind of cut with some scissors crudely or something off of a hazmat suit. A lot of creativity really went into that, and I could see this one definitely being something a lot of people would like. Next up, we've got a Hoodie Pants set for you, and it is a continuation in the Rainbow Pony set, if you can't tell. So starting down here at the knees, you've got the clouds pouring out some rainbow for you, and yeah, everything just is all those bright colors you can expect from the set. And then everyone's like, well, where's the pony? Well, you are the pony. See? It's you got a full-on tail and a mane, and there you go, the hoodie is the pony face. So yeah, this is just perfectly in line with the rest of the craziness of the set. I can see a lot of people loving it. Next up, we've got the Doodle Jacket. So yeah, we're finally getting some jacket skins every now and then, so it looks like the creator of the Doodle set is looking to give it a go, and you've got everything you can expect from it here. It's that same design with all sorts of little doodles all over it. And yeah, all the pockets are kind of this matching gray color to it, and yeah, you've got all the little doodles going along. You got this, I don't even know what to call some of these things. It's just absolutely funny. You gotta love it. The more you stare at it, the more crazy things you see. So, always a popular set. I could see a jacket doing well for it. Next up, we've got the Bamboo Road Sign set for you, and yeah, I mean, it's a whole road sign set made out of pieces of bamboo tied together. There's even the spaces done in between, and yeah, it looks really good. And then you can see there's still metal pieces to it, and those are painted green to match the bamboo, but you can see, like, you know, the metal edges kind of fading from wear. And you can tell there's a lot of work put into this, and a lot of detail, and it's not easy to also get that kind of round look to the bamboo halves that they pulled off with the kind of space you have to work with. It's always so hard, because, you know, they can only work within the confines of the actual original armor space. You can't go out of it. You can only take away, really, and that's limited as well. So, definitely well done. Next up, we've got a very shiny armor for you, and it is the Shattered Mirror Road Sign. It's a continuation in Mishka's Shattered Mirror set, and you got some very shiny armor. It's got those little bullet holes, signature from the high qual set, so there is the little bullet hole there. You've got this kind of, I don't know what to really call it. I guess it almost looks kind of like an aerospace kind of vibe to the material used in the fabric there. It goes really well with the set always. And yeah, depending how the light hits you, you're going to be very shiny and noticeable, so that's definitely one that you want to keep an eye out for. And look, we even got another bullet hole there, and up here, and then you've got the little cobalt written right there on the back. Always nice to put a little lore into it. Next up, we've got a couple high qual sets for you. This one is the Outer Space set by Skizzo, and yeah, as you can see here, it's kind of got like a marbled kind of galaxy green kind of texture in the background there, and then you've got this kind of it almost looks like a mix of a skull, an arrow, and a radiation or biohazard symbol kind of put together. It's got this own kind of, you know, unique little design to it. Heading around the back, you've got the same kind of design, but, you know, fleshed out a little bit more there. And then if we head on up to the face mask, you've got kind of a very kind of like robotic, space robot kind of vibe. At least that's what I'm getting from it. So, you know, that goes with the name, obviously. And then I really liked what they did at the top here. You've kind of got the tears with the texture, and then kind of, it almost looks like a tire rubber kind of thing going on the top there. So, very cool. All right, last week we saw the shark hoodie and pants, and this time we've got the tiger shark metal chest piece and face mask. So this is a high quality version, of course, and yeah, you've got these little like breathe holes on either side of the mouth, on top and bottom there, and through it actually you can kind of see. And then you've got the same thing with the kind of blue camo or ocean camo kind of thing going on, navy camo. I'm not sure what you want to call it. The big front has a big old sailor's, you know, Jolly Roger there. In the back, you've got some crossed swords. So it definitely has a very piratey vibe going along with the shark thing. Next up, we have a very beautiful set. This is the Golden Dragon set by Neville. And yeah, it just has this beautiful, beautiful carvings to it. You check out the face mask itself. And then the chest piece just has this beautiful work of art with the dragon. Go ahead and take a look at the back. You've got another dragon. And yeah, it's just, the whole thing is almost just, you know, a piece of art, you know. And then you can see the top of it, it kind of has like a dragon scale kind of thing. And then around the edges has kind of like a mesh. It definitely has just really a lot of work went into this one. Next, we've got the Atomic High Qual set. We got in the LR, and looks like that inspired the artist to make a high qual set, and it's pretty badass looking. You've got all the same kind of, you know, nuclear explosion going on. You can see trees felling on the side here, and yeah, there you go. I mean, more of that kind of back here. You got the kind of creepy tree vibe, which I think looks quite nice. And then if we get a nice good view here, you got that big old atomic blast with that toxic skull. And on the back, some more trees and so forth, kind of, you know, like riveted on panels there. Or bolted on, welded, screwed. Yeah, no, they kind of look like rivets right there, and those kind of look like bolts. I don't know. Anyways, there you have it. And last but not least, for our armors and clothing for this week, we've got the Porcelain High Qual version 2, and this one has truly turned into a piece of art. You've got this chest piece art here, and yeah, just everything's burned in the background. This, you know, Russ Chad is just like, look at what I've done. Kind of, I don't know. Anyways, art is cool, and you gotta love the kind of continuation of the dragon scale from some of the other armor pieces there. You got more of it here on the back, and you've got the other guy getting ready for revenge. So that's really cool. And then it continues up here. Kind of looks like the top is done up like a roof, kind of in a way. And so you're like looking into there. So you got the little Hazzy guy and the high qual guy, and then over here there's another one. And then around the front, you've got another one. So there's just a lot of little details to this set. All right, next up we've got our deployables, starting with the Dragon Horn Sleeping Bag. So yeah, everything you would expect from this set. You've got the dragon on here, and the dragon's stretched out really well on here. You can see the full like length of the jaw and the head, so it really looks much more like a dragon on here, just like the doors. So I think that's really nice. And then of course you've got all that nice warm lava around the edges to keep you nice and toasty at night. But not really. But you get the idea. One way or another, of course, it does glow, so we'll show you that here at the end like always. Next, we've got a couple small boxes for you, starting with this one right here. It is the Rainbow Box, part of Jin's Rainbow set. And yeah, it's just a happy little rainbow box. You can even see like the paint trips here at the bottom. It's got the little happy sun on the one side from the set. And then you've got a moon on the other side here. Then over here we've got another box for you. This is the Brothers of Fire box, and to quote what they said here, it is The box is made in the style of the fire brigade that risked its life and is ready to go down, even to hell, to put out the devil himself there. Also, the team goes to the house to put out your burning ass. So there you go. Some love for the fire brigade. There you go. Brothers of Firebox. Next, we've got a continuation in the neon box set. We've got the third one, which is the boom box. So yeah, we've got kind of a nice light, white neon for the boom. And yeah, you've got that counter of 3, so you know, of course, it is the third one in the set. And that big old cutout C4, riveted in there on top of the scrap. Next, we've got a box you might not want to trust because, well, this one looks like it might want to eat you. And this is the monster chest. Obviously, you can never trust mimics. So there you have it. One way or another, it's got this glow effect to it that looks quite nice at night. And, man, teeth go all the way around there. That's a deep mouth, I gotta say. And, man, those teeth. And the eyes just are so dead. Next, we've got another rug for you. This one is the Lighthouse Rug, and yeah, it just kind of looks like a little hand-stitched pattern rug, and just one of those kind of things that just fits into the crustiness of rust. Next over here, we've got another vending machine for you. This is the medical vending machine, and yeah, this one lights up all sorts of beautiful, and you can see it has the various things, the syringe, and you've got the med kit and some bandages, I guess. I don't know. when you start doing small images, it gets weird. And rad pills there at the bottom, anyways. And then when you pop through the back here, there is a little bit of a neon glow right above the door, and it continues through the side of it. Then we've got a bit of doors for you, starting with this Tiki wooden door over here. This is the Tiki wooden door rework, and yeah, I would say it is very, very Tiki. On the back, you've got something that, honestly, I didn't really expect. It's got this nice blue kind of sheet in there with some more artwork, and yeah, I think it has a very nice look to it. Next, we've got a couple sheet metal doors. This one right here, if you stare at it too long, you might just fall asleep or go into a trance. It is the Hypnotic steel door. And, well, I think you can all guess why it is named that way. Next, we've got another sheet door for you. This one is the Royal Metal door. And this is the single version. We saw a double door previously. And, yeah, it just has the same kind of thing. It has an older kind of fancy look to it. And it's seen some wear and tear, but still has a very elegant look. Next, we've got a space door for you. This one is the New Era door by Andy. And yeah, you can see there's a little rover on one of these planets, and we've got a rocket leaving from Earth, so I think that might be the Mars rover kind of thing going on. It's definitely very relevant and quite a cool design. Next, we've got a updated version of the Lost Souls garage door. You can see a lot of little details have been added to it. We've got this personnel only. You've got the solar panel on the roller, which I thought was a nice design, and just kind of the art was been focused in and so forth. And I think it's been some nice little updates to this for sure. Next over here, we've got a armored door for you. It is the Cobalt Safe armored door, and this black steel version. There's also a chrome version. I just thought the black steel just fits so much nicer, but that's just my personal opinion. You can always go check out the other one yourself, of course. And yeah, we'll just take a look here because, you know, double doors. Armor doors have different sides. There we go. I can speak, I promise. And yeah, guys, so let's go ahead and check out the glow. All right, there's that dragon horn. Yeah. Then we'll sail on over here to the boombox. Boombox, get it? Burp. Anyway. Boom. Boom. Then, of course, the mimic and its teeth and eyes glow. Creepy monster box. Gotta love that. Then, here we got that vending glow. Then if we head on over here, we got the glow on this one. The glow on there. All right, let's get into those tools and weapons, guys, because we've got quite a few still. We've got a hammer for you, and this one here is the Hammer FM. It is a radio built into your hammer, and yeah, not only does it look sleek, but is just a really cool little idea. Definitely dug this one. And it actually has two versions, so there is a glow and a no glow, so we'll be sure to show you that. Next, we've got a rock for you, and it is a ball of clay. I mean, that's kind of a simple idea, but it actually looks quite good. So, hey, there you go. It's the rock, but a different kind of material. Ah. Next, we've got another rock for you. And this one has quite the little glow down the middle, and it is called the Sun Rift for that. And, yeah, there's a glowing and a non-glowing version, of course. So we'll be sure to show you that. Definitely an exotic looking rock. Next, we've got a set of stone tools for you, and they are quite brainy and veiny, and I'm just gonna stop with the puns because it's bad, and you guys suffer enough. But you get the idea. This is the Intellect stone tool set. So, of course, I said set, so there has to be another piece. So there is the pick. And then we've got a jackhammer skin for you. This one is the military Jackie made by Red Rex. And yeah, of course, you know, it's got some military camo, and then it has a very kind of, you know, updated vibe going on there. Kind of crisp look to it. And that does it for our first set. Alright, next up we've got a bone icicle knife for you. And yeah, very difficult kind of thing to do with that transparency. And, you know, it's not 100% transparent, but, you know, the effect is really cool. And it was, you know, not quite easy thing to do. I really like the idea of this, and I'm not sure how Helk will feel about it. But, yeah, definitely something I thought was very, very unique. Hey, look at that. It pretty much is an icicle. Next, we got a couple bows for you, starting with this one right here. It's got this very clean look with some zebra rainbow for you, and that is because it is part of the Rainbow Zebra set. Wow, who would have thought, right? We'll go ahead and aim down the sight for you. Or pull back the bow, I should say. You know what I mean. Draw back the bow. I can't speak today, guys. You know what I mean. Next, we've got another bow for you this time. It is the Origami Bow. And I think you can see why, because it has all sorts of little geometric origami shapes going on around there. Go ahead and draw it back. Do a little spin. And there you go. Next, we got some crossbows for you, starting with this one right here. This is the Overgrown Exhibit. And I think you can see why. It looks like kind of a very rusty wooden crossbow, and it is overgrown with some vines with some red flowers on it. Even has moss growing along the wood and on the metal parts. And there you go. Next, we've got one more crossbow for you. This one is part of the Night Farmer's set, and of course is therefore the Night Farmer's crossbow. And it has that whole moon rock kind of look to it with the very couple little, you know, stars and the moon. There is a glowing and a non-glowing version. It has kind of very light glow, so we'll be sure to show you that here at the end. Next, we've got a SAR for you. It is an updated version of the Captain's SAR. It's Captain SAR's version 2, obviously. And yeah, you can see it's got some updates to the artwork, and some things have moved around. The torpedoes there, and we've got the little submarine, of course, and then the little shippy ship on the side there. Aiming down the sights, you've got some white and red to go along with the theme there, a little white tip on the red sight, and you've got a little anchor as well. Alright, next up we've got a custom for you, and this one has a digital snow camo going on, which is actually literally its name. So the Digital Snow Camo SMG by Milo. So there you go, guys. It's got these little red details to it, like the screws and the bolt right there. And then you've also got the sights have a little bit of red, and then the rest of it is black and white with that digital camo. Aiming down the sights, you've got this kind of like little arrows converging in the middle symbol thing going on, kind of like a crosshair, and nice red background. And then you've got the two red with, you know, fully kind of just normal silver tip there to the side. Next, we've got a MP5 for you, and this one is a nice and shiny fancy one for you. It's got all sorts of little kind of carvings to it and so forth. This is the Gentleman's MP5 by Ted, and yeah, you can just see it's got a nice carving. As we move around the sun, you can see it reflects nicely with that kind of chrome going on. Aiming down the sights here, it's very, very chrome sights with a red tip to the sight there. Next up, we got some AKs for you, starting with this one right here. This is the standard issue AR by Eben. And yeah, it's got this green camo. It says Cobalt on the side, so trying to fit some of that lore into it. And then aiming down the sides here, you've got a big old star to go with that American Army kind of vibe. And then the sights have kind of like a gray tips with a black tip on the center. There we go. Next, we've got a tigery AK for you. This is the AK-47 Tiger. And yeah, the whole thing looks like it has a skinned tiger's skin stretched over and stapled onto the AK there. That is definitely a cool little effect. And then he changed up the wood in the front there, so it looks much more beat up. And the whole gun itself actually looks very worn and torn. Aiming down the sides here, you can see some more of that tiger skin stretched over there. And the sights themselves are pretty much just kind of dark metallic, blackish, gray color there. Nothing too special going on there. And there you have it. And then the stock, of course, I didn't really show that too well, has some more tiger and a little bit of blue tape going on. Next, we've got another AK, and this one is more on the artistic side. This is the Toxic Wolf AK. First thing everyone's going to say is, does it glow? It does not glow. Plus, most people really don't want your gun to stand out like that anyway, so that's a good thing. And yeah, this got this really nice art on the side here of this Toxic Wolf. Aiming down the sights, you've got a radiation symbol for you, and a yellow toxic glow to the sights there. I shouldn't say glow because it doesn't really glow, but it just is, you know, it's that glowy yellow toxic color, you know? I'm describing it that way. But there you have that. We'll go ahead and pop a reload, and all that toxic drool on it there. Next, we've got an LR for you, and this one is quite foxy, and it is the Fox in the Forest LR by Fora. And yeah, you can see there's this fox painted up on the side, and then there's kind of a forescape out in the front of it there. Aiming down the sights, you've got a foxy paw print and a kind of like beat up, but a little bit of blue paint on some of that crusty, rusty metal for the sight. Go ahead and pop a reload there, give him his legs back, and there you have it. All right, next up, we've got the Bombing M249. This is probably something a lot of people have been expecting to eventually see, and it is here. And yeah, it's got a mean mouth up in the front of it there going on, and you've got everything else from this set that you would expect. There's the little, you know, symbols and stars and anarchy symbol, and you've got graffiti all over and various words and so forth. You can see back here it says push, and up there it says rush and so forth. Another push right there. So definitely a very cool M2. And then the sides themselves are pretty much just kind of worn out. Nothing painted too special right there. And we'll go ahead and pop a reload. You can see the bullets have been recolored to a silvery kind of color, but nothing changed on the inside there really. Next, we've got a satchel for you, and it's actually a cute little one. It's actually like a little owl house, and it's just really cute. And of course, well, that's the name of it, is the Owl House Satchel. So you can see little bean cans are made to look like little purple owls, which is quite cute. And then the whole thing itself kind of looks like a mix of a cuckoo clock and a birdhouse. So, hey, there you go. Lastly, we've got a rocket launcher for you. It's a continuation in the Jade set, so therefore it is the Jade rocket launcher. Has all the beautiful red adornment with some details, some gold details, and then the big old red cloth wrap here at the end. Go ahead and do a little aim in the sights. And we'll go ahead and pop a reload there. And as tradition, aim for that tree. That is the second rocket that tree has taken, guys. One way or another, that's a tough tree. But that's going to do it, guys. Sound off down in the comment section below which ones you are hoping to see the most and why. And as always, I'll try to get the feedback to the people it needs to. Thanks for watching, and yeah, we'll show the glowy weapons, and we'll send you off with that. Stay rusty, guys. Thanks for watching.